Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I wanted to talk about Vinegar Syndrome's release of Cthulhu Mansion. This is a fairly recent release. If I remember correctly, it's 2021. It's probably like 3 months ago now, maybe 4. It has the double artwork. So it has that new cover, which I really like, and the old cover, which I also really like. The movie is a horror film about these hooligans who are at a carnival, and they go to rob someone of drugs at a carnival, like a drug deal gone wrong, and one of their gang members gets shot, and they try to escape by kidnapping and stealing the car of the magician from the carnival. The magician from the carnival, there's a flashback at the beginning of the movie that he does a trick and he burns his assistant to death, and the assistant ends up being his wife. He's now living with his daughter, who I believe is the same actress as the wife, and they get kidnapped, and the hooligans or the gang or whatever you want to call them take them back to their mansion, back to the magician's mansion, and start kind of running amok. They start having sex in the bedrooms, threatening them, asking them, threatening them for money, and kind of going around the house and picking through things, eating their food, and they're holding up until the police stop looking for them because they killed the drug dealer, and the cops are after them. So the magician and his daughter are sort of hiding a secret in the house, and evil lurks within the house without saying too much, and things start to go awry, and the gang starts to get picked off and murdered in some gory fashion. Nothing crazy or too over the top. I don't really remember any nudity or anything crazy like that, but it's a pretty good kind of cheesy early 90s horror movie that I've watched maybe 3 times now, and the more I watch it, the more I like it, which seems to happen with me with cheesy films. And I found something about it kind of small and endearing. I think some of the makeup and the effects were kind of cool. I liked the story. I thought it was interesting that the magician's sort of in the middle of this evil, and these kind of bad, I don't say teenagers, young adults or adults are getting their comeuppance in this evil house. The back of the box says, after a drug deal gone wrong, a group of punks attempt to flee a local amusement park by taking a mysterious old magician named Chandu and his beautiful daughter hostage. While trying to evade the police, they force the magician to take them to his secluded mansion, where they plan to seek refuge for the night and wait for the heat to die down. Unbeknownst to them, Chandu's obsession with the black arts and the occult has summoned an evil that he cannot even control. As the house itself begins to terrorize and kill the trespassers, the survivors desperately attempt to uncover the horrifying secret to the mansion's magical spells, along with Chandu's own dark past. One of the last films directed by Spain's notorious Juan Picar Simon, who did Slugs. Cthulhu Mansion is a lavish and expectedly grotesque H.P. Lovecraft-inspired chiller that, despite its early 90s production date, is firmly rooted in the aesthetics, gore, and creature effect work of prime 80s Euro horror. It definitely has an 80s feel. Never before on disc in the US, Vinegar Syndrome proudly presents this gothic gem in a new 2K restoration of archival 35mm film elements. The movie looks great. Newly scanned from 2K, a trip to the universe of Juan Picar Simon, a Spanish feature-length documentary about him with some special effect artists and directors, a special effect makeup magician interview with SFX artist Colin Arthur, reversible cover art, English subtitles, and the movie is in English as well. As I said, some cool special effects. I like both sides of the cover art, so I really couldn't choose. And the movie's just pretty fun, kind of like just a cheesy horror movie you'd see maybe in the middle of the night. And another good, solid, very, very solid release by Vinegar Syndrome. Some of their releases can be touch and go with me, where I don't really love the story or the topic, but this one I really like. So this is up there for me with like Rest in Pieces or Grave Robbers. I like all those, and I would say I like this almost as much. I think it's a good solid title. So if any of that sounded interesting to you, definitely check out Cthulhu Mansion from Vinegar Syndrome. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Cthulhu Mansion, what you thought, or if you go out and see it, what you think. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.